Oh, heck nah, man. I can't believe he just did that. Rookie mistake. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here today, and I just want to thank you so much for connecting with us. Big shout out this week. I want to give a big shout out to Sonia. Thank you so much for connecting with us, Sonia. John, thank you as well for connecting. Michael, excited to be connecting with you as well. James and Jessica, welcome to the Sales Evangelizers and for being a part of our community. And if you'd like to be a part of the Sales Evangelizers, don't worry, I'll let you in. It's our private Facebook group. Shh, but don't go around telling nobody about it. Just kidding. It's our private Facebook group. And this is a group where sales professionals, entrepreneurs just like you come together to connect. We share thoughts and insights. You can ask questions. You can get feedback or ideas and questions answered by people who are out there hustling just like you are. So join our private Facebook group. One of us will be able to connect with you and to allow you to come into the group. We're excited to have you. And you can also connect with me by going on Facebook and just find our Facebook page, the Sales Evangelist. Again, our private Facebook group is the Sales Evangelizers, or you can just find us on Facebook, the Sales Evangelist. You can drop me an email, donald@thesalesevangelist.com, or you can just send me a little tweet, Donald C. Kelly, or on LinkedIn, Donald C. Kelly. I mentioned this last couple episodes ago. We are doing a podcast paradise cruise, and anyone out there who's looking for a new way to be able to extend your reach, if you're a business owner, you're a sales professional, you're interested in podcasting, this is going to be awesome. I was totally blessed with this opportunity where we're going to speak on this podcast paradise cruise, and I'll leave some information in our show notes. And we're going to Haiti, Jamaica, and to the Grand Cayman Islands. It's going to be a beautiful cruise later in the year in November. So if you desire to go, would love to have you join us on that cruise. And you can find information in our show notes about that. But today, our episode, you're probably wondering, what is the episode about today? You know, don't do this when you cold call. And I had an opportunity where this happened to me. And I'm sure I've done this before. But I recognize it now as a challenge for new sellers. And one of the things that I saw was when they cold call. Now, I'm going to break this down to tell you a story and then break it down and we can dive into it. So I went onto this website, I saw some marketing, something online, and I downloaded the white paper because it was very intriguing. It was an intriguing topic. This was an organization that worked with sales representatives, and they provide a lot of great tools. So it was just, they provide great content. I'll protect the innocent at this time and I won't give you their name. But anyways, I received a phone call from one of their inside sales rep who was reaching out to me and said, I noticed you downloaded a white paper and so forth, which is all acceptable. And I think that's fine. And that's what you should be doing. He proceeded to ask about my sales team and to what am I doing to leverage their solution to help their sales team, or would be willing to do so. And then I realized homeboy's trying to sell me. I'm like, hey, listen here, they're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not the right individual to be speaking with. I'm one of the sales representative in the organization. And then he totally froze up and it was just thrown off. He's like, oh, okay. And the stutter and the backtracking started coming in place. And he just seemed like he was totally nervous in that situation. And then after that, he said something to the nature of, well, would it be okay if I was able to get you some information and then you were able to send it over to your boss and see if they would be interested? And just like anyone else, I had pity on the guy. And I was like, okay, sure. And that was it. And after I got done, I'm like, homeboy, he did something wrong in that message. And I'm sure you can recognize this. What I recognized that, first of all, he was probably new, like I said, and he was nervous. He was following a script. And somehow he got deviated from the script, understanding that he's supposed to be speaking with the sales manager. But when he was not speaking with the sales manager, he didn't know what to do. He didn't have any tools in his hat to be able to help with that situation. So there's three things that I wanted to break down from this. One, be prepared before you make a call. Two, be cool, man. Ain't no need to worry. Just chill. And then three, have a plan for unexpected. Well, have a plan for the unexpected. When I say be prepared before you call, first of all, he should have recognized or done some little research, recognize, look at the company, that I am probably not the sales manager. I was one of the sales reps in the organization, and I'm not the sales manager. So even if that was the case, even if I was a sales manager, I'm sure he would have followed his script and would have went along just fine. But understand and prepare beforehand that I may not be speaking to the sales manager. Look at the website, look at the LinkedIn, and see if you can look at my information and see if, who is Donald Kelly? What's his role within this particular organization? That's the first thing. Second is be cool. Be cool. I'm telling you, man, be cool like ice before you start freaking out and before you start panicking and backtracking. You got to just relax. I know we have scripts, and I know we have scripts to help us, but you use that script to help you to be able to take those words and have them become your own language, and then have them become a part of you, not just as this is what I follow, and if I don't know, then I don't know. You got to be able to mold towards your particular your abilities, and also just being able to go with stride. When you're going to find objections, you're going to find challenges. The more you internalize that script and understand the purpose or the principle of what's trying to get accomplished, then you'll be more successful. If he was focused more so on finding out, I need to get an appointment, if that was his goal, the principle, then I guarantee you he would perform a lot better in that situation. So you got to be able to be confident, and you got to be able to know your script, but still yet be able to take that script and change it towards your particular situation and towards different situations. Treat others the way they want to be treated. In that case, again, I'm the sales rep. What could he have done to better speak to me as a sales rep to help himself get an appointment, as opposed to do a cop out and say, can you send this to your sales manager? 9 times out of 10, people don't. And I don't think I didn't even send it to my sales manager after that situation. I didn't. So you got to make sure, figure that out. In that case, he could have said, well, if you don't mind me asking, Donald, from one sales rep to another, who is the sales manager? Who would be the best person to connect with about something like that? And then I would say, it's Jay Smith. And then it would say, okay, with Jay Smith, you don't happen to have a best phone number or email for me to connect with James Smith, do you? What's the best phone number? Something to that nature. And I would say, okay, you can reach via here, email here. And then he could say, would you mind if I was to say that I received your information, her or his information from you? I was like, well, no biggie. He can probably even go further and to say, would it be okay if I CC you on that email or something to that nature? Now, when my boss would have seen that email, it looks like I had a little bit more of oomph to it, that it was me being CC'd on it, as well as this rep, that Donald downloaded this paper. It sounds great, and it could benefit her sales team. Let's go ahead and let me share with you what Donald was looking at and seeing if this can benefit the rest of your sales team as well, and set up an appointment. But there you go. If you had a plan, that's the last part. Have a plan for the unexpected. Recognize you're going to have these objections. Recognize you may not speak to the manager all the time. You may come into speaking to a sales rep. You may speak to someone else. What are you going to do when you come up on those challenges? What questions are you going to ask? What alternative are you going to take? What alternative route are you going to take in that situation? You got to write these things down when you do come across objections, and just keep track of them. The more you can do this, the more you can have this information, the better off you're going to be in the long run. The more prepared you are, you're going to perform better. You're going to stay cool. You're going to be confident. And you're going to be able to handle these unexpected situations a lot easier. I mean, there's so many other things that could have happened in that situation, but you need to write those scenarios down. Your scripts are great, but the scripts usually are only for one line, one purpose. If you understand the principle of the call is to get an appointment, then you can look at accomplishing that many different ways. So basically with me, he just wasted a lead, and that was that. So how does it apply to you? When you go out and make these calls, look for those things. Look for those things that I said, be prepared, be cool, and have a plan. Be prepared. Know who you're calling into, what their challenges may be. Be cool. If something happens, there might be a hiccup. Just be confident. Be cool. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. And then have a plan for the unexpected. Sometimes things are not going to work out right. Hey, no biggie. Just roll with the punches, and you have a solution, or you have an alternative for that. I want you to be able to find success. I want you to be able to be happy in what you're doing. You can find all the information for this episode, salesevangelist.com, episode number 135. That's at salesevangelist.com, episode number 135. Go to our website, thesalesevangelist.com, episode number 135, and you can get connected and find all the information there. As we go out today, I'm going to say the same thing, but I really want you to think about it. I want you to go out and do big things.